Shalom and welcome to this week's Hebrew class. And today we'll be covering Yehuchanan, which is also Yochanan, and in English John chapter 7, verses 30 to 33. So let us begin. And as you can see, we have our resources again, which are very useful. We'd encourage you to use them. And of course the vowel marking chart. For anyone who's relatively new and not too sure how to use the vowels. And therefore we now begin. And so we're in 30 at the moment. It's represented with lamed, which has a value of 30. And we go through the letters. Vav, Yod, Veyet, which means there's no dot there, so it's a Veyet. Kuf, Shin, Vav, Lamed, Tav, Fei, because also there's no dot, Sin, because the dot's on that side, Vav, Vav, Aleph, Yod, Shin, Lamed, Aleph, Shin, Lamed, Chet, Yod, Dalet, Beit, Vav. And so we read now. They vakshu, and they were seeking. So it's a completed action because of the prefix and it's third person at the end. And they were seeking. Le taf so, for his capture. The pronouns at the end, so we've got to look at the root. And the root is tafas, which is a kal verb, to catch, to comprehend, to grasp, for his capture. The ish, and a man, and it can be translated but a man, lo, not, shalach, stretched out or sent out, because it comes from shalach, meaning to send. So not a man sent out, yad, a hand, bo, in him or on him. So we have, they sought to capture him, but no one reached out a hand on him. I've given you bakesh, to seek, to demand, to want. And then I've also given you that a kal verb is the simplest form, representing simple actions without causation or intensity. And a pa'al verb is derived from the kal verb, performed by the subject, referred to as the active voice. So I'm just giving you a bit added grammar notes. So now let us read that. Ve'vakshu le taf so ve'ish lo shalach yad bo. And they were seeking for his capture, and a man or but a man not stretched out or sent forth or sent out a hand in him or on him. And so we come to part B, which is a kaf, yod, lamed, aleph, veyet, aleph, ayin, tav, vav. Ki, for, lo, not, va, and you could say had come or it came. Ito, his time. So it's a perfect form, so not had come, his time. So reached out a hand on him because his time had not come. And I've also given you 8, which is a feminine noun meaning time, season, era, or age. So we read that. Ki, lo, va, ito. For not had come his time. And so we come to 31. It's lamed, 30, aleph, 1. Aleph being, of course, the first letter of the alphabet. Then we have vav, resh, bed, yod, mem sofit. That means mem at the end of a word. Then we have a normal mem again, nun sofit, nun at the end of a word. Hey, ayin, mem sofit. Hey, aleph, mem, Yod Nun Vav Vet Vav Vav Yod Aleph Mem Resh Vav. And we read it. For Rabim and many, min from Ha'am, the crowd, or the people, the people. He'e mi nu, they believed. Vo, in him. Vayom ru, and they said. So many from the crowd believed in him and said. And I've given you he'emin is the verb to believe in, and amin as an adjective is used as true, reliable, trustworthy. So now we can read that. Ve'rabim min ha'am he'eminu vo va'yom ru. And many from the people, they believed in him, and they said. And we come to 31b. We have an aleph, a mem safid, a yod, a veyad aleph, hey, mem shin, yod, chet, hey, gimel, mem safid, yod, ayin, sin, hey, aleph, tav, vav, tav. Im, yavo, if he will come, there's an imperfect form with the yod, and no pronoun, we can insert he. If he will come, and then who, HaMashiach, the Messiah, Hagam, will also, because it's a questioning, hey, will also, Ya'aseh, he shall do, will also he shall do, tot, signs. If the Messiah comes, shall he do also signs? And I've given you a note, the patak is the only vowel that is said before the consonant, as in Mashiach. See, so we notice that the vowel there is said before the chet. So let us read that now. Im yavo HaMashiach Hagam Ya'aseh tot. If he will come, the Messiah, will also he shall do signs. Now you could say will also, or as a question, is it also that he shall do signs? And so we come to 31c. We have a hey, resh, bet, hey. Mem, aleph, shin, resh, ayin, sin, hey, zion, hey. And we read it. Harbe, right? Rebe means many, the many. So that we've translated as many. Me'asher, from that. Asa, he did, they, this, and I put this one. Now, of course, we remember that it finished with and also do signs, and that's why it's as many as this man has done. And they, as a pronoun, can mean this, it, or that. And so we read it. Harbe, mea sher, asa, ze. As many from that he did, this one. And 32, we have a lamed, 30, and a vayet, 2. So let's go through the letters. Vav, he, pei, resh, vav, shin, yod, mem, savit, shin, mem, ayin, vav, aleph, tav, he, ayin, mem, savit, mem, tav, lamed, chet, shin, yod, mem, savit. And we read it. Ve, ha, perushim. And the Perishim, which of course means the Pharisees. Shamu, they heard, at grammar marker, ha'am, the people. mit lachashim, whispering. So how do we get that? It comes from lachash. Lachash, it's a feminine noun, means murmur or whisper. And lachash is a call verb to whisper. And lichesh is a PL verb to whisper. It's a literary term, to murmur, to spread gossip. So you just get the different forms. PL, a masculine noun, call verb. And then I've given you here the hit PL participle, as above, is a verb form that expresses reflexive, reciprocal, or intensive actions. It means they're whispering themselves. All right? So it's reciprocal or reflective. So the Pharisees heard the crowd whispering. So we're going to read that now. Vaha perushim shamu et ha'am mit lachashim. And the Parashim, they heard, Grandmother, the people whispering. And so we come to 32b. We have an ayin, lamed, yod, vav. Kaf, zion, aleph, tav. Vav, yod, shin, lamed, chet, vav. Hey, pei, resh, vav, shin, yod, mem, safid. Vav, resh, aleph, shin, yod. And we read it. Alive, about him, because al, as a prep, can be on, about, regarding, over, at, or about. About him, now whispering about him. Kazot, like this. Vayish lechu, and they sent. Of course, we've got the root shalach, which I've got down here as to send, to dispatch. Ha perishim, meaning of the Pharisees, the Rashi, and the heads of. It's a construct form with the zera and the yod, so it's the heads of. The crowd whispering about him like this, so they sent the Pharisees and the chief. And of course, Rosh is the root there. Masculine noun meaning head, chief, leader, summit, beginning. And I've just given you that the A ending is plurality construct form, the heads of. And so, now we can read that. Alev, kazot, vayish lechu, ha perushim, verashi. About him like this, and they sent the Parashim, the Pharisees, and the heads of. And now we come to 32c. We have a hey, kaf, hey, nun, yod, mem, savid, mem, shin, resh, tav, yod, mem, savid, lamed, tav, fe, sin, and vav. Ha kohanim, the priests, so the heads of the priests, right? Me sharatim, officers or attendants. If we look at down here, we have sar first, which is a feminine noun, which means government minister, prince, or officer. Then we have sarat, a masculine noun, means server, attendant, valet. And then we have me sharatim, which is the word sort of used up there. It can be used as a noun or adjective. It means man servants, attendants, or butlers. But they've translated as officers. I put it as attendants. Let tough, so, for his capture. And we had that word before. Whereas his is the vav with the cholam above it, his, and the lamed is for. Can be two, but in this case 4. So they sent the Pharisees and the chief priests, officers, to capture him. So now we can read that. Ha-kohanim, me-sharatim, le-taf-so. The priests, officers or attendants for his capture. And then we have 33a, which is represented with Lamet, 30, and a Gimel, the third letter of the alphabet, so its value is 3. And we have Vav, Yod, Aleph, Mem, Resh, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Hey, Mem, Sofit, Yod, Hey, Vav, Shin, Ayin, Aleph, Kaf, Sofit, Mem, Ayin, Tet, Ayin, Vav, Dalet, Nun, Yod. And we read it. Vayomer, and he said, Alehem, unto them. And who? Yeshua or Yahusha. Ak, yet, me'at, a little. O de ni, more, I am. Because we know that od means more or still, and ni means I. More, and then I've turned that more I am. So if we look down here, we've got ak meaning but, hardly, scarcely. Me'at as negative means little or few. Mu'at as negative means little in quantity. Ma'at as a col verb means to be reduced or to decreased. And then I've given you odd as negative means more, still, or while still. And the translation. To capture him, Yeshua said unto them, yet a little while I am. So it just helped you understand how we come to all those conclusions. And we read, Vayomer, Alehem, Yahushua, Ak, Me'at, O, Deni. And he said unto them, Yahusha, yet a little more I am. And now we have 33b. We have an ayin, a mem, kaf, mem safit, vav, he, lamed, kaf, tav, yod, aleph, lamed, aleph, shin, resh, shin, lamed, chet, nun, yod. And we read it. I, ma, kem, meaning with you, because im means with. The ha, lak, ti, and I, that's the T at the end, go. Halak, meaning to walk, to go, right? We know that one. And I go. L2, ashir, who? To who? Shalachani, sent me. We know shalach means to send. Right? And then I've given you im as being a prep with, together by. And the translation, a little while I am with you, and then I go to the one who sent me. So now we can read that. Imakem, the ha-lak-ti el asher shalachani, with you, and I go to who sent me. And now we're turning to our revision, and we see we've got Lamed, so we know that's a value of 30. And so we read, Ve'vakshu, and they were seeking, le taf, so, for his capture, Ve'ish, and a man, or but a man, lo not, shalach, sent out, yad, a hand, bo, in him. And they sought, and they were seeking for his capture, and a man, or but a man, not stretched out or not sent out, yad, a hand, in him. Ki, for, lo not, it came, ito, his time. For not had come, that can be same as it had come or it came, his time. And we have Lamed 30, left 1. The Rabbim, and many, men from ha'am, the people, he'eminu, they believed, vo, in him, va'yomru, and they said, and many from the people, they believed in him, and they said, if Yavo, he shall come, HaMashiach, the Messiah, Hagam, is it also, or will also, say he shall do, tot signs. If he will come, the Messiah, will also shall he do signs. Harbe, which is the many or as many, Me'asher, from that, Asa, he did, Ze, this or this one. As many from that, he did this one. And we're Lamed 30, Vayet 2, and 32. The Ha-Perushim, and the Pharisees. Shamu, they heard, et, grammar marker, Ha'am, the people, mit lachashim, which means whispering. With the mem, I guess, is a participle form, and the Parashim and the Pharisees, they heard the people whispering. Alev, about him, kazot, like this, vayish lechu, and they sent, ha-perishim, the Pharisees, v'rashay, and the heads of, about him like this, and they sent the perishim, the Pharisees, and the heads of ha-kohanim, the priests, me'sharatim, meaning attendants or officers, le-taf-so, to capture him. The priest, officers or attendants for his capture, or to capture him. And then we have Lamed 30, Gimel 3. We're in 33. Bayomer, and he said, Alehem, unto them, Yahushua, that's who's speaking, Akbat, me'at, a little, odei, more I am, a little more I am. And he said unto them, Yahushua, yet a little more I am. And then we have Imakem, with you, Vaha lachti, and I go. L2, Asher, who, Shalachani, sent me. With you, and I go to who sent me. And then finally, we have our chart of vowels, just to remember that a kamatz is longer, patak shorter, zere is longer, segol is a shorter e, shavar breaks the word into its syllables, cholam is the o sound, shuruk is the short u, and kubutz is a bit longer, and then we have a combination of kataf, segol. After the shavar we have a segol, and then we have chirik, the I sound, kataf, patak, the short A after the shavar, and then we have kataf, kamatz, the kamatz after the shavar. And again, we have our chart and our resources, and we do pray that you use them. They're very useful, and we look at the value of the letters. Chet is 8, Ayin is 70, Kuf is 100, Mem is 40, Yod is 10, Zadeh is 90, Tav is 400, Samek is 60, and Tet is 9. And that brings us again to the end of our Hebrew class, and we do pray you are blessed by just going through these. We hope it helped you in your journey of learning the Hebrew. And we just want to wish you a Shavua Tov, which means a good week, a good 7 literally. And we just pray you have a blessed week in Yeshua, our Messiah and our King. Amen.